It is Sunday morning, and normally I would have had the Skinny on the Fat vlog out today, but I have New Brunswick, New Jersey, a show there today, so I'm not going to get around to all the video editing that I need to finish up to get that out in time, but I'm going to try to get that out by Monday. By the time you see this, it will be Monday. Or later, depending. Anyway, I'm going to try to vlog the New Brunswick show and make that a separate vlog. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. So yet again, this week is proof that intermittent fasting can really save your life, because though I tried to eat better, and I did, it was kind of a 50-50, you know. I still ate a lot. I ate so much. I'm basically eating whatever I want, as much as I want, pretty much through the hours that I am eating, and I still managed to lose over a pound, like almost 1.5 pounds basically. So my weight loss has been slow, but it shouldn't be weight loss, you know. It wouldn't have been weight loss if I hadn't been doing this intermittent fasting. So big fan. I hope it's working for you guys. Some of you have been asking if I ride Eddie or if I just ride Max. Well, I think this should prove that of course I ride Eddie. Eddie is a wonderful horse to ride. Very sensible. He actually likes to work. I think his work ethic's even better than Max's. He's actually in many ways, despite the fact that he looks like a big moose and he's so overweight, he's actually more forward, a little bit more forward even than Max is, meaning he wants to go. He's just not fit because I don't ride him and work him the same way I do Max. But this summer I'm going to try again to get him, just try to get him fitter again. Yeah, he's a good boy, and he's got so much hair. I've not, unlike Max, I haven't clipped him at all this winter because I don't ride him as much. I don't work him as much. I don't want him to sweat up. Even like today, we're just walking because I don't want him to get sweaty, and it's 50 degrees. 50 degrees again. It's crazy. No snow to speak of. In fact, I think New York is on track. If we go another few weeks, we're on track for breaking the record for the latest time of getting snow. Which does make for nice riding, though, I have to say. Right, Eddie? I just called you Max. I was feeling lazy again today. I almost didn't ride, but I realized, no, it's too nice out. You can't blow this opportunity. You'll hate yourself. And I haven't actually ridden Eddie in a little while, and he gets jealous when I take just Max out and he doesn't get to go. He likes to go. But I was feeling kind of draggy, even though I got a good night's sleep last night because I went to bed early. I had to last minute cancel a couple of lessons at the end of the night just because the night before I didn't sleep at all. I went to bed, and about an hour later woke up with a stomach ache and basically was up just not feeling good most of the night. Not sick or anything, you know, throwing up. My stomach was hurting. To the point I just could not sleep. And I've come to the sad conclusion that I can't eat garlic. That makes me sad because I love it. Yeah, it's a bummer. I made a few days ago. I've been roasting spaghetti squash, and the second time I made it, I decided, well, I've never actually done this before. You take a whole clove and you just cut the top off flat, and then you stick it in and let it roast along with whatever vegetables you're going to cook. And then you mashed it into the spaghetti squash. It was so good. But, and I guess I've kind of known this, but was never really sure. But now I'm sure. I cannot eat it. Does that mean I'm allergic to garlic? What's the story? Tell me, folks. Put it in the comments below. If any of you have the same reaction when you eat garlic. I thought if you ate it raw, maybe that's what it did to you. But if it was cooked and this was roasted, that it was okay for you. But no. Got a little bit sweaty. Not too bad, right, bud? Yeah? You like that? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah. And he went crazy. When we came back, he went tearing around from one part of the paddock to the other. It wasn't you this time, no. There's my pretty boy, aren't you? Yes, you're my pretty boy. Yeah. I don't have a carrot, no. It's like, if you don't have food, don't talk to me. Don't have food, don't talk to me. Put your ears up. There you go. There are his new boots. Worked out pretty well. The weather this week, well, I guess you'd have to call it a tease. Every morning, well, not every morning, but almost every morning, I would feel like I would get up and I'd see it's all sunny and think, oh great, I'm gonna go ride, go do this. And then by late morning, early afternoon, it would completely cloud over. And for the most part, it would rain. That's exactly what it did today. Yeah, the whole week's just felt like dancing between the raindrops, and that's what I'm doing right now. But I'm out walking, even though it's drizzling a little bit. Hopefully it's supposed to quit because I want to ride after this. But I'm walking first to make sure that I walk, because I just ate that big plate of pancakes that were so good. Oh my God. I think it's probably a very good thing that when I have decided to learn to bake with sourdough starter and cook with sourdough starter, basically, it's a good thing that I am doing it at the same time as doing the intermittent fasting, because if not, I think at this point, which is almost to the end of the third week, I probably would have gained 5 pounds for what I've been eating. Honest to God. I am very curious to see if I could possibly have lost yet again this week. I won't be surprised if I haven't. I don't think I've gained. I don't feel like I've gained, but oh man. Those pancakes, I found that I've been watching, obviously, I've been watching all these different people make things on YouTube with their sourdough starter and their sourdough discard, and I've been ending up, I don't want to throw it away because, you have to feed the starter all this fresh flour and water, and I'm feeding it organic whole wheat flour, and it just doesn't feel right to throw all this stuff away. So it was nice to see that you cope with it, but it's a real art to maintaining. But I've discovered this one woman who has a YouTube channel. I can't think what it's called at the moment. Farmhouse on Boone or something like that. Anyway, she has a large family, lots of little kids, and she cooks, everything basically from scratch as much as possible. And her way of maintaining her big, huge jar starter, that's what I'm going to try to do. I just went to the store and bought one of those big glass jars because I've been accumulating so much. I had to start putting it, in the refrigerator because I was getting more and more and more. Putting part of it into a new jar because it would get so big, when it doubles and almost triples sometimes, it's going to go right out the jar. So we'll see. Anyway, she makes all these recipes that look super good and ways to use all your starter. There's so much. I had no idea. I was under the misconception that sourdough bread just meant a kind of bread that is just one type of bread that tastes very sour. And that's what sourdough bread is. No. Sourdough starter just means a starter that's actually good for you because it breaks down the gluten. So your body can actually digest it. So people wind is chilly. So people who can't digest digest wheat, they can eat sourdough. Oh, come on, don't rain on me. But it's not sour unless you want it to be sour. You can make it sour by the time you use it and all that. Basically, it's just what you use instead of, and it's what people always used to use until they developed this commercial yeast, which has no flavor and isn't, it's not necessarily good for you. So anyway, I'm learning. I'm having fun learning. Challenge is not to take down 5,000 pounds. But I digress. Back to the pancakes. Yeah, the ones I made the first time that you saw, those were pretty good. But nothing compared to these. Even though my starter wasn't in the right phase when I used it, so they didn't get as fluffy as they will once I time that better, but they're so good. And they have coconut oil in them, and you cook them in coconut oil in your cast iron skillet, so you get a little bit of crisp on them, which then prevents them from soaking up all the syrup, because that's one of the reasons I don't like, sorry, I'm gonna be out of breath here because I'm on the steepest part. Hold that thought till I get to the top and catch my breath. Alright, I'm up the steep part now, and on the series of ups and downs, little ups and downs. Catch my breath again. Where was I? Oh yes, talking about pancakes. Do you lay in bed at night and dream of pancakes and waffles and cinnamon rolls and all that kind of stuff when you're trying to do your New Year's resolution or eat better? I generally always prefer to make crepe pancakes because that's what I grew up eating, and also I just didn't like I don't like the big, thick pancakes that just somehow seem to soak up gallons of syrup and still stay dry unless you keep pouring it on. Well, these pancakes fix that problem because they have, first of all, there's melted coconut oil in the batter, and then you use coconut oil in your cast iron skillet, so it gets a little bit of, crispiness on it that, it's so good. So they're fluffy and crispy on the outside. I mean, how do you beat that? Anyway, I ate probably, so I made half her recipe, and I ate it all. Yep, I'm just going to tell you right now, I ate it all. I probably ate, well, I think the recipe that she made for the internet isn't what she would make for her family, because I've watched her make it for her family, and the stack is like a foot high or more that she's finished. But she probably made like what a normal family of maybe 4 or 5 would eat, and I think I ate half that. That's good. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm eating. I just gotta be honest, I've just been eating a lot. I've been making some healthier ones, and then some just normal, really good Ina Garten kind of meals, stick to your ribs, expand your thighs kind of meals. Somebody around here likes to build rock sculptures. I don't know who it is, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, so, it's been a hit and miss kind of a week, because I had the night where I screwed up and got so hungry at 10:30 at night that I had to eat. And then I might have had a little bit of chocolate after that. And I didn't sleep that good either. I mean, I slept, but it wasn't like the night I had the garlic stomachache. But I didn't sleep that good, because there's no question that when I stop eating at 7, I sleep so much better. But I guess the whole idea this week brings up this thing that I've been wanting to talk about, which is the unreality of social media. I don't know, there's been a lot of people talk about it, and I think most of the people who watch my stuff are older and hopefully, grew up in a time when we didn't have that. I know I have some younger viewers as well, and it's a tough time to grow up with a phone in your hand and an iPad and be connected to the internet, which which is a wonderful and absolutely horrible place at the same time, depending on where you go and what you look at. But this whole idea of Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Yes, of course, when I make a YouTube video, for the most part, of course, I'm showing you the best aspects of my life. Once in a while, not. But in general, yeah. And I am upbeat in them. People said you're so happy all the time. But you know what? That's not true. There are times when I'm not happy. There's times when I'm sad. There's times when I'm lonely. Times when I'm depressed. There's times when I'm angry. All of that, just like everybody. But of course, I'm not putting that into the videos because you don't want to do that. But people should know that that's just the reality of life. And all these people that we're looking at on their Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, they all have that. So for those of you out there who do struggle, and watch, if for any reason you maybe watch my video, it's windy, and you get depressed thinking that my life is so perfect and maybe you'd like to be me, or maybe you'd like to be my friend because my life just looks amazing. Well, you know what? Yeah, I have a good life. But I have all the same issues and problems at times that you do. For instance, let's take the whole, skinny on the fat thing. We're all starting at a place, and I know some people may look at me and think, well, you're not fat. Well, no, I'm not fat, but I'm 15 pounds heavier than I want to be. And my 15 pounds probably makes me feel as bad as someone out there who has 50 or 60 or more pounds that they want to lose. It's all relative. It does. It at times makes me feel that bad about it, and it's because of the business that I'm in. Show business, you're all about being judged for how you look in show business and being on stage. You look heavier up on a stage just the same way you do on a camera. And so, believe me, I'm affected by it. 15 pounds just as much as you are, the weight that you want to lose. Well, still raining, but I'm at the end now. Finishing up this walk, and hopefully I burned up one of those pancakes that I ate. God, I hope so. Well, still raining, but I'm at the end now. Finishing up this walk, and hopefully I burned up one of those pancakes that I ate. God, I hope so. I feel like I'm living in England. This is what they would consider a non-rainy day, I think. But it has felt like England, which I've always been very envious of England. England's horse-friendly winter weather. Okay, so the torturing you with the bread continues. Okay, here we go again. We'll see how this loaf turns out. But the method that I am using, I'm following this one woman's directions, where you make the dough up
Well, you spend the entire day, the day before between feeding the starter, letting that rise to the point where it's ready to use, and then you go through the whole process of making the dough, and every 15 minutes you stretch it, and then, you know, some say 3 times, other people say 6 times. So anyway, I keep adapting and trying different things. But then you're supposed to keep it on your counter overnight, from anywhere from, she said 8 to 14 hours, but you don't want to let it go too long. I ruined one loaf because I put in too much starter, so but by the next day when it was overproofed. So last night, because my bedroom is actually the coldest room in the house, which is what I like it cool. The dough slept in my room last night and was perfect this morning, so maybe that's the secret. We'll see. I just took the lid off for the last 15 minutes and it's looking good. As you can probably tell, when I get onto something new that's fun, I get like obsessed with it. I go to bed dreaming about baking bread, having the perfect loaf of bread. I know, it's crazy. Well, you're done. All right, there she is, folks. I don't know how this one tastes compared to the others I've made, but as far as its rise, definitely the best one I've done so far. It is a rainy day, slightly rainy at the moment. I'm not sure if I'll ride today, but I have to wait 2 hours before I can taste my new loaf of bread. So I'm getting out of the house to avoid the temptation, and I'm heading over to my trainer's barn. She has a new barn because unfortunately she's not across the road from me anymore. That farm was sold, but she's only 3.5 miles away now. So only thing is I have to put him in the trailer again to go there, but at least it's close. Last time when I was trailering him, it was 28 minutes away, so this is good. Yeah, another gloomy day. I had another night where I couldn't sleep, and I don't know why, because I didn't eat garlic. Well, actually, I think I do know why. After a 1/4 mile. It's because last night I fell off the wagon a little bit because I ate after 7 o'clock. Yeah, I ate pretty late. Turn left after 1,000 feet. I had made this in a crock pot. I had made this beef stroganoff-y kind of stew thing. Actually red wine based, but with also added in sour cream. It was. Please turn next left. And I made rice to go along with it, and I ate some of it. You know, a little bit of it. I'd already eaten earlier the salmon that I had made, so I wasn't terribly hungry when I ate some of it. So I had a small bowl. It was so good. And then I just kept it on the stove warm because Jake was working down in our studio. 3/4 mile. Down in our studio, he must have worked 10 hours down there yesterday, which meant I couldn't get in there, but he was working hard, and I kept going down saying, "Are you hungry?" He said, "Yeah, I'll be up in a minute." Well, he didn't come up and eat till like almost 11 o'clock. Yeah, it was 10 something. And so he ate, and then as I was putting it away, I was starving by that point because obviously I had eaten since 7 o'clock, and I just couldn't help it. I had a decent sized bowl of it. It was so good. So yeah, I cheated. I fell off the wagon for last night, but today I'm being good. Yeah. But you know what? That's just life. Once in a while, we just fall apart a little bit. And I did. I gave in to my cravings to eat that food. But anyway, the point is, we all screw up. So we can't beat ourselves up too much. Right? Just gotta keep on trucking. And I drive a truck, so I'm gonna keep on trucking. After. Here we are. I love old trucks. Door! Sorry, I didn't hear any response. Hi. How many times have you ridden her since she's been off them?
She's been off a week now, but I also didn't lend her today, so I'm trying it out. She's trying it. She's being a good girl. Just a little explosive girl. Okay, let's try.
That's a pretty boy. Yeah, you're a pretty boy. It's nice footing, huh?
Yes, that was fantastic in here and cozy too.
Yeah. Time to cut the bread. It's been 2 hours. See how nice that is? Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Look at the size of what they call the crumb. Look at the holes. Amazing. It's 5 after 1 and it's the first thing I've eaten and I am starving. Yes, the bread baking continues. I'm getting good at it now. As I talked about in my walk, sourdough is so much better for you. A, there's no sugar in it. B, no preservatives. And because of the sourdough fermenting process, it breaks down the gluten so that your body can absorb it better. So yeah, it's high in calorie, but in every other way, it's actually healthy for you. It's so much better. So I feel really good about that. And Jake loves it. So we are thoroughly enjoying lots of bread and butter. And I'm planning to bake some more today. Well, it is almost 11 o'clock. New Brunswick is about an hour and a half in no traffic away from me. I don't know what kind of traffic I'll have. It's a Sunday, so hopefully, knock on wood, won't be bad. I do have to eat something though, because I'm not gonna, normally I don't eat till 1 or even later, but I'm gonna make myself a healthy breakfast right now because I need energy to do a show at night. And the show is at 7 tonight, not 8. Which is good because I'm not getting home as late, but if I stuck to my schedule, I wouldn't be able to have any dinner before the show or anything like that. So I have to eat enough early so I have energy for later. So gotta make breakfast.